Hi guys, this is the Kundalini Starseed and welcome to today's video of what's next on your spiritual path. This is my very first video on my channel, so I'm extremely grateful for you guys to be here as you listen to your message for today. So there are 4 piles for you to choose from with an item on each pile to help you choose. You don't have to pick an item to choose your pile. You can go by whatever intuitive means that helps guide you to pick the pile meant for you. So for pile number 1, we have the Selenite and Black Tourmaline Orgonite Pyramid. For pile number 2, we have the Rose Quartz Angel. And for pile number 3, we have the Amethyst Pendant. And for pile number 4, we have the Tiger's Eye Mushroom. Now take as much time as you need to choose your pile. You can pause this video to give yourself more time, and I will post the timestamp of each pile in the description below. Once you guys have chosen your pile, feel free to go to the timestamp for your pile and I'll see you there. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. So you went with the Selenite and Black Tourmaline Orgonite Pyramid. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards for the main energy of your reading, as well as pull some tarot cards to get a deeper look into your message. So we have fog, obscurity, feeling lost, mortar and pestle, integration, subtlety, thoroughness, starseed, seer. I'm sorry guys, I read that wrong. Self, memories, identity. Maybe some of you guys are meant to be seers. That's just for some of you guys. All right, I'm gonna pull some tarot cards to get a deeper look into your message. Wheel of Fortune. Four of Cups. Okay, your message is pretty clear, pile number 1. And we also have, I feel this one, Queen of Stars, which is the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. Okay guys, I went ahead and I straightened the cards. And so pile number 1, the next step on your spiritual path is understanding that your spiritual self is the key to unlocking who you are in this world. I feel as many of you guys, probably most to all of you guys, are new on your spiritual path, new to spirituality, or maybe you've known spirituality for a long time, but it is only until recently you really start to understand the different layers of spirituality and the different practices maybe you could engage yourself in, and trying to find your voice in the spiritual world, spiritual community, and understanding your role. The universe also wants to let you know that for some of you guys, if you don't think you're a starseed, you are totally one. Or for those who may not believe in starseeds, if you are doubting if we can connect to higher power, or we have a soul family, if our spiritual body can connect to other spiritual energies besides ourselves, we totally can. I feel as if some people needed a confirmation for that. But yes, I feel as if there are times, situations that evolved as where it created a fog as to how you couldn't see how you wanted to evolve spiritually. It was sort of masking how you wanted to evolve in yourself. And the universe is letting you know that in this next step, you are really going to integrate this spiritual energy in yourself into your outer world. And so what that might look like is that you might involve yourself more in a spiritual community, or it could mean you are wanting to learn more on a certain concept of spirituality. I feel like you are now going to enter this period where you are going to immerse yourself more in spirituality, probably in ways you haven't done before, to help grow you, not just as a stronger individual, but just how knowledge is power. You're going to understand more about yourself, and understanding more of your spiritual essence, who you are as a spiritual individual, will help lead you into your prosperity in life, as well as the prosperity that will be gifted to others through your own prosperity. So I want to take a look at what is your current energy on your spiritual path right now. 6 of crystals. Nine of crystals. Okay, so pile number 1, I'm definitely feeling is that, especially if you are new to this spiritual journey, spiritual path, it could be because you realize that there's something more to your life besides the pain that you're feeling inside. It could, whether that be mental health, or maybe it's just circumstances outside of your life, you feel as if there's something better than this. And maybe tapping into this spiritual energy is going to help me through this pain that I'm feeling. And for some of you guys, you could be spiritual already. And just want to apologize, guys. The AC just turned on. It's really hot here in Southern California. It is almost 1 a.m. here, and it's still nearly 80 degrees. So yes, extremely warm right now. Yeah. So as I was saying, some of you guys might already be well into your spiritual path, and you could just be going through a rough time right now, and you could be reevaluating your spiritual journey, how you're going to guide yourself in spirituality, how you see yourself as a spiritual individual. You might be re-examining this part of your life right now. I'm gonna pull some more tarot cards. And sometimes that happens. People think that when we start on this spiritual journey, this path as we grow, it's linear, and it's not. We go through many trials, ups and downs, and sometimes, and not sometimes, a lot of times our roots are shaken, because as we evolve, new roots need to form. So you also have the King of Crystals, which is the King of Swords in this tarot deck. But what I am picking up is that you are wise, very wise. I'm getting also, you have very strong self-awareness. Sorry guys, your card fell. I was picking that up real quick. Flower of Life. Now this is a bonus card, one of the 2 bonus cards in this deck. I really love this deck a lot. I highly recommend it. Yes, Flower of Life. So yes, you are very wise, and I'm pretty sure you are at this point in your life right now where you're thinking about what life means to you. And this is why this spiritual evolution, this spiritual examination is such a pinnacle point in your life right now. Okay, so now I want to also see what is the guidance into taking your next step. So yes, for some of you guys, you want to examine who you are spiritually. For another part of you guys, you want to see how you want to evolve your spiritual journey even more, maybe through, like I said, different practices, different books. So we're going to take a look real quick. Third eye, visions, manifesting, meditation. Some of you guys working on opening your third eye is going to help a lot, just following your intuition. So for some of you, if you are wondering like which way should I go next on my spiritual journey, just sit with yourself. Your intuition usually will guide you the right way. Remember, having a calm energy. If you have any anxiety, just to calm that energy when you're tranquil and not overwhelmed in thoughts. That usually when we can listen to our inner compass, and many will refer that as our higher self, and you can really be in tune and aligned with your intuition. So we also have Evans, if I'm pronouncing this right, mystery, reading between the lines, intuition. Yeah, so just a confirmation. So I feel like as if some of you guys are actually very intuitive people, and you might not be listening to your intuition as much as you should be right now. There's many different things that you can do to open up your intuition. Some people do dream work, some people, you know, work with crystals, meditate. You can explore the different ways in which you can open up your third eye and just work a little bit more with your intuition. You can just sit with the ideas that you have, and just wherever you're most guided or more leaned into exploring, just go with that first. But again, that is up to you guys on whatever that might be. So I also want to take a look at any other additional guidance or words of advice for your spiritual path. I'm actually not going to use this oracle deck. I'm going to use this one. I also like this one a lot. Oh wow, that came out. Okay, let's see what this is. We have the portal, adventure, ancestors, calling. I hear two messages for some of you guys. It is connecting with your ancestors, and what I mean by that, only for a very, very small selection. I'm hearing where you can actually like energetically do divination, again, other spiritual work, connect directly with your ancestors. Though for the majority of you, when I'm mentioning ancestors, it's more of understanding the history of your ancestors, understand maybe like their karma, understand maybe their journey, your family tree, maybe understanding the history of your ancestors can help guide you a little bit more as to why you are passionate about certain things, or maybe you will read locations or information that will help move you to a direction of, yes, this is what I need to expand on, this is what I need to focus on next on my spiritual path as I evolve. Okay, some of you guys, you might want to travel to spiritual locations if you felt drawn to a certain destination, like a certain city, town, state, or country. That could be a strong sign that you should go there, because it's the next part of your spiritual path. Let's look for any other advice or guidance. Goddess of the sea, abundance, purification, ego. So what I'm getting here is that cleansing your fears is going to be very important. And by fears, I feel like the majority of you, this is not saying you were fearful to evolve spiritually. I feel as if this fear that I am talking about is that you might be holding on to an old version of yourself that you might not realize that is creating fears about maybe, will I ever evolve to the person I'm supposed to be? Will I ever understand my life purpose or understand myself the way I'm hoping to, understand myself? Okay. Maybe a part of you is just very fearful of understanding the power of who you are. And that's going to look different for everybody. For an example, some of you guys could be fear of understanding your power, because what if you realize maybe your spiritual destiny or who you're meant to be, but someone from your past or someone before, that energy reminds you of that person, so you are a little bit hesitant to evolve more because you're afraid you might turn out as that individual. Or some of you guys might fear that you will evolve into someone that you might not want to be. You might feel as if the universe might pull you in a direction or an identity that scares you, kind of like, this is new skin, this is new territory. And sometimes, like I said, many of us, we like to cling on to the familiar. And some of us, when we have such a big awakening and it shakes us into such a new, strong persona, that's really us leaving our old shell and being more into our authentic spiritual blueprint, what makes us who we are right now and why we came to this earth. That process can be scary for many people, at least in the beginning. So like I said, in the beginning of this reading, many of you guys are just starting your spiritual journey. I'm getting like maybe 60 to 70% of you guys. And so when you start understanding new layers about yourself and knowing that you have to drop this old one, because sometimes when you drop that old persona, that might mean dropping people, dropping jobs, dropping activities, and that can lead us into like an unknown feeling, and that is scary. It is much scarier than just saying it here on this video, okay? Like, for one example, if someone's not fulfilled in a job or a relationship, well, they can leave the relationship, they can leave the job. But some people are just so comfortable because they get worried, well, if I leave, what if I don't find something better? What if I don't have a better opportunity as well? And so some people, they might learn to settle into who they are because they're afraid of how they evolve will manifest or put them in a worse place than what they are currently at. And the universe just wants to remind you guys that that's not going to happen, that everything's going to be fine as you evolve and shed skin. Just learn the process of letting go of things that don't serve you anymore. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it here. Pile number 1. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked this message, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If this message didn't resonate with you, it is a general reading, so it's perfectly fine, and you are more than welcome to pick another pile. Okay, guys, I'm so grateful again for you guys to be here on my channel, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Now, before we begin, if some of you guys are wondering if the camera quality is different, you are not crazy. It is. I forgot to change the camera quality prior to starting the video, so I just realized it as I was beginning your pile. And so just want to clarify, if you did notice a difference in the camera quality, you are not crazy. Okay, so now back to your pile. So you went with the Rose Quartz Angel, and now I'm going to take a look at your oracle cards to see the main energy of your reading, as well as pull some tarot cards to get a deeper look into your message. Hedge, potential, boundaries, indecision. Sage, wisdom, purification, harmony. Alpha, draconians, corrupt, unethical, cults. I'm getting some insight as to what your message might be, though I'm going to get some clarification with the tarot cards. Four of Cups, Ten of Stars, which is the Ten of Pentacles on this deck, or in this deck, my apologies. It is almost 1:30 in the morning, guys. Queen of Stars, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Pile number one had similar cards, not the Oracle cards, but they had two of the three same tarot cards, even though I shuffled the cards and you saw the way I pulled them. So if you were drawn to pile number one, it could be a recommendation. However, this is completely different of a message compared to the message I gave pile one. So pile number two, your message is for the next step on your spiritual path is needing to make the decision that is going to bring you abundance and allow you to be successful in your own life right now. So as a tarot reader, I usually keep it straight to everybody, and sometimes certain messages are hard to hear than others. And maybe you already know what I might say. I feel like a good portion of you guys might understand why I'm saying this, is that you might be in a period of your life right now where you know you might be engaged in something, which could mean like a relationship, a job. And no, I don't want to say like you're a dark person. No, you see this card, no, it does not mean that, and that's not what I'm going to convey. I mean, right now you are in some situation that is really not serving you. In fact, this energy is pulling you deeper into a lower vibration, and the universe is saying the next step is to understand the wisdom and knowing to get out of the situation. So whether this might mean you're in a toxic relationship, a friendship, or even a job, a family situation, even, yeah, it can just depend on the individual and what your situation is. So you are in some situation where it is really dragging you in the opposite direction. Some of you guys, I feel as if you actually know this and you could just be finding a way to get out of this situation, pile number two. And maybe you don't know how, or maybe this is just confirmation that this is your reading. But yes, you are in a situation that is not healthy for you. This is not something that is passive. Like, you know, because you are in this energy, and either you feel a lot of anxiety, you feel a lot of grief. Every time you step into this energy or are around this energy, is a lot of turmoil. This also could be addiction that you might be facing right now. Okay, but yeah, the next step that the universe is asking you to take is to pull yourself out of this situation right now, so you are in your own abundance and you can live life the way that you are meant to. Okay, and then you can start to build a life of your own. For some of you guys, yeah, especially if you want to grow your own family, and if you step out of a situation, you can build a healthy family for yourself right now. But for the majority of you guys, that was just a side message. But most of you guys, it's more of the situation that you're in right now is blocking you from your own prosperity, your own abundance, your own independence to live life the way that you want to. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards to take a look at your present energy on your spiritual path right now. Just to get a closer look, I'm already getting a sense of what that is, but I want to see if the universe can offer any more insights. Six of Crystals. You might want to watch pile number 1 for some of you guys, because this was the same card that came out in the same question that I asked for pile number 1. And I'm still running the cards like this, though still. Let's see. Knight of Wands. Yes. Okay, yes. This is confirmation. Yes. So some of you guys, you know that you're in a situation that is not serving you, okay? And I feel as if most of you guys, you actually are trying to get yourself out of this situation. And maybe this reading for you guys, this is what you really need. You need the guidance, which will be the next part of this reading for you guys, of how to transition yourself out of it. But yes, you are actively trying to, this is more than thinking. You could be planning, though some of you guys are actually taking steps to move out of this toxic situation that you are in, because you want your own independence, you want your own freedom. And for some of you guys, especially with this Pentacles energy over here, is that you could be in situations where people are, you know, taking your finances, or for those who have like families or like a child, it could be a custody situation, and you know, or there's not peace in the household as well. And so yeah, you are dealing with that. I deeply apologize that you are going through this situation, and just hold on to faith and that things will be better for you guys in the future. But yes, I'm extremely proud of you guys, and I'm sorry for my speech. So if you guys don't know, sorry, you guys don't know this because it's my first video. Sometimes I struggle a little bit with speech, stutter here and there, and stumble upon my words. I've had this issue ever since I was a young kid. I've done so much better. It was one of the reasons why I was quiet around people, because I didn't want people to judge me or make fun of me of it. Make fun of me for it. And especially starting this channel, I was really hesitant, because this was one of the main reasons. If I were to stutter or stumble across my words, would people laugh or judge me, make fun of me? Though I'm just so passionate about helping people, and I know one of the ways of me helping you guys as the viewers is through tarot. And I had been really called to do this, and I still feel really called to do this. So this is me going out of my fear to do my spiritual role here, one of my spiritual roles here. But less of me, so if I stumble throughout the reading or any other future readings that you hear from me, I am sincerely sorry about it. Okay, so I'm going to go back to your reading now. So I am extremely proud that you guys are taking the steps to get yourself out of the situation. And if you haven't yet, the universe is just confirming that through your planning, your ideas to get out of it, that you will make movement, you will have action that will be successful for you guys. I am getting a warning for some people, some like maybe 15%, yeah, anywhere from 10 to 15% of you guys. The universe wants you to slow down your movement, because the 9 of Wands is taking action, but sometimes it can be impulsive. So the universe is saying that even though this can be a high stress situation, or you're full with emotions, do not make an impulsive decision and make a movement that can be more detrimental to your situation. Okay, we want to be wise about the steps we take, especially depending on the situation, and we want to do it safely as well. Okay, some of you guys really need to hear that. So now I want to get guidance into taking your next step. So I'm going to get some oracle cards for you guys. You have Kabbalah, Tree of Life. I hope I pronounced that right. Kabbalah. Integration, life lessons, emanation. Reptilians, predator, survival, tyrannical. Yeah, guys, wow. Okay. So the message here is clear. So for some of you guys, for the guidance in the situation, understand the ego of the situation. So for example, let's just say you're in a toxic relationship. Understand the pattern of the individual's ego. Okay, it's saying this message is understanding the lesson to not trigger the shadow in your situation right now. Because right now you need to focus on what brings you life. You can understand, or integrate the knowledge, the wisdom that you get from understanding the toxicity in that person to make you wiser, to avoid that conflict. Okay? Yeah, it's a very strong message. Do not trigger the ego in your situation. Do not trigger the shadow in your situation. Okay? I know there's more guidance here, but that was the first one. And I feel like that is for a lot of you guys, okay? To hear that. Let's see what else we're needing to hear right now. Or what you guys are needing to hear right now. I'm just so deep in your guys' reading. I can feel like the heaviness right now. It feels like I'm actually sitting in this emotion. Wow. And I feel a lot of heat going up to my third eye chakra right now and my ears. And that is the AC that turned on because it is hot in California right now. I'm in Southern California. It is 1:30, almost 2 a.m. in the morning, guys, and it is still like between 75 and 80 degrees. So you can imagine at this time of night, that is hot. I cannot wait for it to cool down. But so if you hear that background, that is the AC. So let's see other guidance for you guys. Crop circles, messages, curiosity, signs. For some of you guys, the universe has been sending you signs of how to get out of the situation. The universe will still be sending you more signs to, help transition out of the situation that you're in right now. And I heard for some of you guys, seek professionals, hotlines, and get guidance. I'm getting a strong message for some of you guys for that. Okay. We also have Syrians, artistic, integrity, honesty. Okay. A message I'm getting with this one is that you need to tap more into your truth. So that means, and this message is for about half of you guys. If this is a person, you actually can stand your ground without triggering their ego. Because see how the split energy here. This person here, I'm guessing this is the situation, very masculine to the point where it's like toxic masculinity and aggressive and intimidating, and this energy is very soft and passive and seems very self-reflective and analytical. Okay, so the universe is wanting you to focus more on your sensitive side. If you were to have a conversation, let's just say you didn't like a job and or the situation with your boss, you want to have a conversation with your boss about your experiences working here. They're saying that you can get a light from this situation, being honest and transparent without fueling the fire as to why you are in this energy right now. Okay, do not be scared to speak about what makes you uncomfortable. All right, for some of you guys, if it's domestic abuse, honestly, I think that message for the hotline is to speak your truth there, tap into your feminine side and be vulnerable. Definitely. Okay, that's just for some of you guys. For other of you guys where it's not as critical, where your guys' safety is not on the line, yeah, there can be healing, there can be common ground in the situation, whether that is work, whether that is a relationship, and you can speak your truth. It is the way you go about it. So the main message I'm getting here is, like I mentioned before, it is the way you handle a situation. You can have your voice heard and respected, or you can have your voice heard and undermined and, you know, pushed off to the side. Okay, because I know some of you guys could be in a situation where you probably not be, where you guys might not be able to leave yet. So for example, if you're living with family, you're taking care of a family member, you can't really just get up and leave just yet. You can set your boundaries. But again, it is the way you handle it. It is the way you communicate it. And for some of you guys, I'm getting a message, especially if you want to express your frustration, your grief through artistic endeavors. You can go ahead and do that. Not saying it has to be career. For some of you guys, it might be, but I'm just saying on the side, if you just want to paint, if you just want to sketch with a pencil, watercolors, you want to use clay, just any form of creativity, or write songs or writing, that will help you process the situation as well. So now I want to take a look if there's any other additional guidance or words of advice for your spiritual path. So here I'm going to get some more oracle cards. Oh, wow, okay, that one wanted to come out for sure. Sorry guys, I wanted to keep pile as straight as possible, but that's not gonna happen. Gosh. Breaking into bloom, time, liberation, understanding. Sometimes you will break before you bloom. Yes, the universe is saying that even though it's painful right now, a lot of liberation is going to come. I feel like this is less of guidance. This is more of the universe letting you know in time, this pain is going to dissolve. And also what you understand from this pain is going to ascend you so much higher than you ever thought it would, or the situation could do to you as well, especially if it is heavy. Okay. We also have magic, power, beginnings, transformation. Yeah, so the universe is letting you know that it's going to be very powerful for you to stand up for yourself. Like, this is a very strong lesson for you. Like, this whole situation is a very strong spiritual lesson. Like I said, whether it is confronting a family member, a friend, a person in the relationship, as long as, again, your safety is not, you know, in danger. If it ever is, I always say go to, like the police, go to a professional. Okay, do not keep watching tarot readings over and over again. Go get professional help on that, okay, and get the best course of action. But those, again, whose safety is not in danger, yeah, it is so powerful. It will create such a life-changing effect for you once you learn this lesson, again, and this comes back, I feel like a lot of you guys might have issues speaking up for yourself. And even if you do, it might be in a very emotional way. And so it's more about emotional regulation right now. And then again, that can still, standing your ground can take you out of a situation. For example, let's just say you're not speaking something that is hurting you, and you're going through it over and over and over again and over again because you're not saying anything, okay? And that's the situation you're stuck in. It doesn't necessarily mean when I leaving a situation means you have to leave the person. It can mean you can leave a toxic situation in the relationship. So, for example, let's just say that you have a spouse and they are not cleaning the house, they are not doing anything, they eat food, they use the dishes, and they just leave it in the sink, they don't take out the trash. It's pretty much they dirty up the house and just don't do anything to, help out and expect you to do it all the time. So maybe you don't say anything because you're like, you know what, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but that frustration builds and builds and builds, and then the person gets more messy and you feel like it's inconsiderate and you are just overwhelmed and you're tired, especially if you work a job, or even if you don't, you're like a stay-at-home mom and you're cleaning all the time. So not just your mess, but his mess or her mess or their mess, because everyone's welcome regardless of gender or those who don't associate with a gender. Though back to the story is that, so you don't speak up about it and it's just frustration on there, okay? And then you're tired and you're allowing the individual to have some sort of power over you that's not needed because you're not expressing boundaries and stepping up to have respect for yourself. So that can be a toxic situation. And then speaking up for yourself at that situation probably could allow you to speak up in other areas of your life, whether that might mean other situations in that relationship or with other relationships, or when opportunities come to you in the future. Learning how to set these boundaries and stand up for what you are okay with and what you are not okay with will help lead you again back to your prosperity, your independence, the way that you can be in your own, power for yourself. And once you do that, it's like I said, such strong energy is going to come flowing your way, like a big spiritual reward. It will feel magical, okay? Understand your own power. Understand the power of your voice too. All right, pile number 2. This is my message for you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If this message didn't resonate with you, that's okay. It is a general reading, though you are more than welcome to pick another pile. All right, guys, I am so grateful for you guys to be here again on my channel, and I will send you so much love and light. And then until again, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So before we begin, if you did notice that the camera quality is different, you're not crazy, it did change. I forgot to change my camera setting prior to beginning this video. I had only realized it once I was starting to begin pile number 2. So just wanted to clarify that you guys are not crazy. I did change the camera setting. So now we can go back to your reading. You went with the Amethyst Pendant. And now I'm going to take a look at your oracle cards to see the main energy of your reading, followed by some tarot cards to get a deeper look into your message. Altar, gratitude, releasing burdens. Cup of tea, patience, reassessment. Shadow self, denial, projecting, shame. Okay, we're going to go ahead and see what your message is about after I clarify with your tarot cards. Feel this one. For crystals, which is the Four of Swords in this deck. Okay, I'm getting a clear message. Queen of Wands. Five of Wands. Oh, we got another one. Three of Swords. All right. Let me move these cards over. But yes, your message is very clear. Actually, let's see, how can I... Let's put here, no. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to rearrange the cards to make this much neater and not as squished in. Okay, pile number 3. So I'm back. As you see, I changed the structure of the cards around just so it can fit. I just felt called to keep the Three of Swords. I mean, it aligns very well with your message. So let's go ahead and start. So pile number 3, your message is that the universe wants you to step into your power. So you might be resting right now. I mean, we'll clarify the situation more later, though. Yeah, you might have been going through a lot of pain, a lot of inner wars and battles within yourself, and you just want a break. It's just like, you know, the spiritual journey or what I got going on in life right now, these cycles are just very intense. You know what? Maybe right now I just don't want to handle that. I don't want to handle another period, like another tower moment. I don't want to handle another intense moment where everything starts crumbling down. So maybe just being reclusive in my energy and not doing much will prevent that from happening. Okay, and the universe is just wanting to let you know that this is creating a larger shadow for you because of 2 reasons. One, avoiding adversity. As we go through our spiritual journey, it's knowing and understanding that we can't ever escape from pain. There's this saying, and I may not quote it 100% correctly, though the quote, whoever said it, pretty much said that like pain is inevitable, suffering is a choice, and getting to that point is a journey. Pile number 3, and I can see that in you. It's not as if you want to give up on your life. You're not getting that at all. You are just so tired of the battles. It feels like if it's not one thing, it is another thing, and it could have been stretched out for so long for you, pile number 3. So right now you're just wanting to shut everything down and just be in a state of peace for yourself. No, running away from, adversity in the future. The reason why that creates a shadow is because, one, you would lack to understand how to deal with adversity in a healthy manner. And then the second reason is that usually through adversity, we grow more into our role. We grow more into who we are and a stronger individual to handle the more complex and strenuous responsibilities through our spiritual role and what we have here on earth to do. Okay? Yes, a strong message. The universe just wants you to remember you are a powerful being, to step into it with confidence and go back to your passions and live what you want to live for yourself. So we saw a little bit of it here, but I want to see more into where you are currently at on your spiritual path. So we have, actually, do you feel that card? Hold on. The Hermit. Yep, confirmation. Yep, you are definitely in recluse mode. And I'm also seeing pile number 2 that you are doing a lot of self-reflection. So even though you were not taking action back onto like your role and extending your energy out into the outer world and engaging in it as much as you should be doing, you are focusing a lot in your inner world and just reanalyzing your strength and reanalyzing the way that grief, even happiness, just a whole range of emotions just reenacts with your thoughts. And that's very powerful, and that's really good, pile number 3. The Sun. And yeah, because you are focusing on your happiness, back with the altar, and we have gratitude. You are in that energy. You're trying, and I don't want to say trying, you are doing what you can to focus on the blessings in your life and just not wanting to take that for granted and holding on to those so much. That's why, man, I just want to keep holding on to this energy. I just want to keep holding on to this energy. And then again, it goes back to the shadow of avoiding the outside world and just holding on to the euphoric feelings that you've already experienced. But you can experience more of that. There's so much more experiences that you can hold on to in the future. Just a reminder, pain is temporary. A situation is temporary. Yes. Just don't forget that, pile number 3. Let's see what else is going on in your present energy. Okay. So we have the 9 of Crystals. Yes. Yep, a lot of heaviness. Yes, that's why you're focusing on counting your blessings. So the good news of what I see is that you are not, or if you are in this energy I'm about to mention, you're going to get out of it. And I just feel for the majority of you, you are not in this energy where you're sulking, thinking like, the universe is just hurting me in that. All right. Sorry, pile number 3. My phone, that's what I used to record it, overheated. So about halfway through this reading, it just cut off. And of course, as I say, cut off, then the AC turns on again. It's still hot here in Southern California, even though it's 3 a.m. and it's still over 70 degrees right now. But it feels a little bit warmer in my room right now, probably because with all the lights on. But anyways, back to this reading. Yeah, my phone overheated, so I'm gonna go back to your reading and continue off from what I was saying. And I was mentioning how most of you guys, and I know the universe is extremely proud that you are learning to be grateful for the blessings that you have experienced in your life. You are reminiscing and thinking back to all of the positive experiences that you have gone through. And for a small handful of you guys, like maybe like less than 10% of you guys, if you haven't been through this energy yet, you will be soon, and that could be additional guidance that the universe is asking you to do as well. But for the majority of you guys are focusing on the good things you've experienced and are holding on to that. And the universe just wants to remind you that this can also be a shadow in itself, as where you're focusing so much on the good experiences that because you don't want to experience adversity, you just cling on to what was already good, that you block yourself from future blessings. Okay. And we also have the Six of Stars, which is the Six of Pentacles in this deck. So at times, not all the time, but at times I do sense the Six of Crystals, this person as like an angel, a spirit guide, the universe, source, you know, giving aid to, you know, the human individual. So I see the people on their knees as you, and this like as an angel. And either you guys are also reminiscing the healing energy or the ways that the universe has helped you along your spiritual path, or might be helping you right now through any pain that you might be going through. And then for some of you guys might be asking the universe, or maybe the universe wants you to ask for some help, and they will give it to you. Or again, some of you guys might be asking, so I think the majority of you, that you know that the universe has helped you, and you're just reminiscing and appreciating what they have given you so far on your path. So now I want to take a look at some guidance for you on your spiritual path. What guidance, universe, do you want to give pile number 3 to help them take the next step on their spiritual path? So we have Andromedans. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I'm still learning how to pronounce some of these cards properly. Autonomy, free will, manifestation. All right, so what I'm getting here, guys, is that yes, as human beings, we do enjoy the power of free will. They're just saying, just be careful with your free will, because if you restrict yourself so much, you're gonna block the manifestations if you try to control the situation too much for yourself. Just don't block your blessings, trying to, again, be too controlling and not go with the flow. Reptilians, predators, survival, tyrannical. This came out in pile number 2 as well. You might be drawn to that pile. If you are, then I recommend it. I can see how both of those messages coincide. They're different, but the energy is a little similar. Those who came from pile number 2, they understand exactly what I mean. So this, in your guys' pile, I see this as you more so. This is your ego, or how you perceive it, how you perceive a tower moment, how you perceive the adversity. You see it as a big threat, intimidating, scary. It makes you kick your survival mode on, and the universe is saying that it doesn't need to be this way. Okay, this energy is not as scary and life-threatening as you think it might be, okay? So you want to learn how to, tame this energy, calm it. And we also have golden ratio, beauty, nature, patterns. Yes, so it's just a friendly reminder that pain and pleasure, that is a cycle of life. It's natural. It happens. Okay, it's not out of the ordinary. And it is a process. It's systematic that is meant to happen in our human lifetime through the human experience. And there's so much beauty from that. Remember, without pain, we won't understand the value of pleasure, the good things in life. So we see, as one example, fear. We may not like it, however, fear allows us to see how much we value something in our life. So let me bring this back to your example, pile number 3. So you are fearful of tower moments, right? So you might be thinking of the good experiences. You hold on to them so much because you value them and you don't want to let go of that. And the only way you realized that these good experiences hold to you so dearly is because that fear triggered you, okay? So again, fear is normal, okay, but we just don't want to let it consume us. Adversity is normal, okay? It's okay to experience it. We grow, we prosper, we thrive if we want it to be that way, okay? So just, it's learning to accept that adversity is part of the human experience. Sorry guys, I was just checking something real quick to make sure my phone didn't overheat again. It's still fine. Okay, so I just want to pull some more oracle cards to see any last words of advice from the universe for your message on your spiritual path. We have the moon, duality, hidden gems, secret power. Yes, so back to what I had mentioned with the golden ratio is that you can't live the human experience without both. We have that duality, okay? Kind of like without, there can't be light without a shadow, okay? There's good and there's bad, okay? It's really, the universe is really telling you to accept this, really accept this, and you'll find so much power in this acceptance. And real quick guys, I wanted to mention that because this is my first video and I would rather say it now, I might mention it here and there in the future in videos that I make, maybe not all the time, but anyways, I sometimes have struggled with speech. I stutter, sometimes stumble across my words, and so like I know it just happened a moment ago. If it ever happens in the video, I truly apologize, and I hope it's not distracting in your guys' message. You know, it's been something I've struggled with ever since I was a young kid, and I've improved a lot since then, though that had been such a heavy weight on me to the point, even though I was introverted and still am introverted, it gave me more of a motivation to, not talk to people because I didn't want people to make fun of me because of my speech issues at times, and especially affected me in the sphere of starting a tarot reading channel because I was afraid if I stuttered during the reading, people would judge me, laugh at me, mock at me. You know what? Maybe some people will, though. The people that give compassion and understand that my messages that I receive from the universe to tell you guys still have so much merit and value, just gives me the strength to push back or push through my fear to, start this channel and do these videos for you guys. So again, I appreciate your patience and I appreciate your compassion. And again, I really hope that any stuttering that I do or any stumbling of words doesn't distract you from the message. I try to focus on talking a little bit slower at times, but when as tarot readers, when we're channeling, sometimes that might not happen. And I know throughout this video, the flow just comes out when it comes out. Okay. But going back to your guys' message, I just wanted to explain that part of me a little bit, if you notice why I stutter or stumble with words. Okay, so the protectress, strength, boundaries, amulet. Your energy is valuable, protected well. Yes, so it's important to focus your intention of what you energetically want to manifest. I don't see this as needing to protect good vibrations. I see this more as shift your energy to make sure that your energy remains, you know, in a good vibration. Okay, protection, you know, when we think is away from bad things. And so just opening up this card a little bit more in the message, I see the universe asking you is that see the value and energy around you. So like if you're out in nature, like what are other energetic qualities, other energetic people or situations or objects that bring you positive vibrations, okay, that centers you in those positive vibrations for yourself, the alignment to just attract more positive experiences in your life. Okay, maybe you can even wear something like how it says amulet. Maybe you have a piece of jewelry or a ring that resonates with you, that always helps lift up your mood and your vibration, and you could start wearing that more. That could be another sign as well. I'm going to get another card for you guys, one more that I'm picking up. Truth, honor, empress, integrity. Take which is true, kill, oh sorry, not kill, sorry, sometimes with the fonts. That which is true will always be enough. So again, it just goes back to accepting that adversity is going to happen, guys, and that is okay. Do not run from it. Just ask the universe, guide me to handle it straight on with wisdom and the best way possible for me to move out of that situation with grace, with the lesson learned, and to make me a stronger individual that is truly capable, just like you are now, of handling any pain or discomfort thrown at you. All right, pile number 3, this is your reading. If you like this message, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If this message didn't resonate with you, that's okay. It is a general reading. You are more than welcome to pick another pile. And again, I am so grateful for you to be here on my channel. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bye. Hi, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. So before I begin, I know you might be wondering if the camera quality is different in your pile, and I just want to clarify that it is. I didn't change the camera setting prior to starting the video. I only realized it once I was starting pile number 2. So again, just wanted to make sure, for those who are wondering if the camera's quality changed, it in fact did. So now we can go to your reading. You pick the Tiger's Eye mushroom. Okay, we're going to see your oracle cards to look at the main energy of your reading, as well as grab some tarot cards to get a deeper look into your message. Rain, cleaning, purification, hydration. Lavender, tranquility, kindness, self-care. Syrians, responsibility, lessons, growing up. And I should say Syrian's B. There is a Syrian's A. Okay, I'm gonna get some tarot cards. Eight of Crystals. Strength. Okay, this is a pretty clear message. Pile number 4. And we have 2 of Cups. Yes, very, very strong message. I'm gonna rearrange these cards, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, pile number 4, your message is very clear. The next step on your spiritual path is learning different ways to bring more self-love into your energy, like more of a routine. I feel as if you might have been, going through a lot right now. This is for the majority of the pile, except for one pile where it wasn't as heavy. Another pile was extremely heavy, though this is more on the lighter end. I feel as if with the 8 of Crystals and the Strength, that you've already been working on, conquering your mind. I feel as if your mind is one of your biggest enemies right now that you're dealing with. And the mind is very powerful, and I feel as if you were learning to tame your thoughts, and that's a very good thing. And I also do sense that you are implementing ways to add more self-love to yourself. The universe is just asking you to continue that and still build that self-love in your energy. With the 2 of Cups here, I feel as if that is divine companionship within yourself that you need right now. So I'm going to take a look at your current energy on your spiritual path right now. Oh wow, that wanted to come out. So we have the 2 crystals. We have the 4 of Stars, which is the 4 of Pentacles. So already what I'm picking up from this energy right now is that you might not know what to hold on in your life right now. So you could be in a process where I just want to let go of everything. You could probably be in a transitional period of what I'm picking up right now, and that you are understanding the power of self-love so much that that kind of energy is super strong, and you may not know what to do with it. And you're like, well, I'm starting to see the world in a different lens. So where do I go? What do I need to limit? What do I need to, again, release from myself? Because you do have important values in your life, and I feel as if they're changing as you are developing the love for yourself right now. So it could be an inner conflict of yourself of like how you're wanting to evolve right now. Let's get some more tarot cards real quick. So we have that's 2 cards actually. We have the 4 of Wands and the 3 of Cups. I'm also picking up that you definitely want to have more friends in your life, that you feel as if like a soul tribe, where you feel they can celebrate with you, like not just accomplishments or big events. I feel as if just you existing, who you are, you want someone that makes it feel like, wow, I enjoy your presence. Your presence is something to be celebrated with. And I think you feel this way because of the growing self-love that you have for yourself. I see that you're understanding the value that you are, that you embody. And maybe prior to that, you weren't seeing that. It wasn't as clear. For some of you guys, if you don't feel this way, the universe is saying that you will feel this way as you incorporate more self-love in your energy. But yes, the universe wants you to value yourself more. So that's why this chapter put more self-love into your energy. And that's why there's also this side message. If you want to find your soul tribe, the universe says now is the perfect time to do so. You'll have a soul tribe that will be happy to have a friendship with you and will truly respect it and know the importance of friendships and why they mattered and what it means to be a friend to somebody. So I also want to take a look at the guidance the universe wants to tell you as far as the next step on your spiritual path. Actually, I'm going to grab some oracle cards real quick. Okay. Sorry guys, I wanted to make sure my phone wasn't overheating, and like it did something with pile 3. It cut like halfway through, so I wanted to make sure. Okay, so guidance. The Galactic Federation, collaboration, meetings, community. So I think this, goes with the 4 Wands and the 3 of Cups. So it's about the time that with this self-love, maybe you were a bit hesitant of having connections with people. And again, now that you're building that confidence within yourself, and maybe because of the self-love, you are healing blockages in your heart. Maybe you were afraid to grow connections with people, to love outside of yourself again. And now you're ready to foster connections again. And the universe is saying, go ahead. Really, now's the time to find your soul tribe right now. Maybe going to like group events of your similar interests will be a good way to connect with people that, vibe the same way that you do. Golden ratio, beauty, nature, patterns. Oh wow, so you actually have an additional oracle. I was only gonna grab one more, but 2 came out. So we have Pleiadians, unconditional love, excitement, laughter. Yeah, it's just a really light-hearted time for you guys. It will be in this is gonna be in this next step of really fun, blissful time, where you can go out with go on adventures, really grow connections with people. Gray, short, timid, misunderstood, shy. Sorry again for my speech. I mentioned this in the other piles. I have a speech issue at times, as where I will stutter or stumble against my words. It had been an issue since I was a kid. I've been so much better at it now that I'm older. However, it created such a huge fear in me. It was one of the reasons why I try not to talk to a lot of people growing up as a kid, even though I was an introvert and still am an introvert. It gave me a stronger reason to just hide away from people, to not be judged or mocked. And building that confidence took time. And then even being a tarot reader, and this being my first video, you would not believe how many months I was in fear of holding myself back, of not wanting to start a channel, because I was afraid, what if I stutter during the reading and then they get upset and start judging me, making fun of me, and then also saying like my stuttering is distracting from the reading, and then I try not to. So I focus on speaking slower. But tarot readers know when you channel, it's just gonna flow out. You can't really control the speed at times. So I am still on a subconscious level just saying slow down the speech, slow down the speech. But anyways, back to your guys' reading. I just want to explain if I stutter or stumble my words, that's why, and give a little background. I see this as yourself. You might have felt misunderstood of, again, how you saw yourself, and saw yourself as a mystery, like an outsider that no one could really get you. And the more, again, you implemented the self-love, and the more that you continue to do, you'll start to understand, you know what, maybe I still am different, but you know what, everybody in this world is different in some ways, and in that way I have some commonality with people. So you know what, I'm gonna find the people that are different the same way I am. Okay, but I really get that in this next chapter it's gonna be such a fun time for you guys, and a big way to do that is to, again, just go out and have. Hi, pile number 4. Sorry about that. The same thing like pile number 3. My phone overheated. I think I mentioned this a couple times in your pile. So yeah, but I'm going to continue off from what I said about how it's going to be a very fun time for you guys in this chapter as you build or continue to build this self-love for yourself. Yes, going to group events and areas that you are passionate about will definitely align you more to that self-love, because even if you're not going to places just to meet people, you're loving yourself enough to take yourself to events that, you know, bring you so much joy. Okay, and that's an act of self-love in itself. So now I'm gonna look at some more oracle cards for further guidance or words of advice from the universe for you on your spiritual path. So we have magic mushroom, miracles, fairy energy, opening up. So what I'm getting from here is that how much happiness, how much big energy you can get from seeing the small pleasures in life. So think about it this way. You have a favorite smoothie or a favorite food place. Like if you go there, or a favorite color or a favorite TV show, sometimes the small things can remind us, and they bring us so much joy, especially like as a chain reaction. One example I can give is that I remember back in college, I was like a food prepping, and I cut a celery stalk, and I cut the ends off so when you open it from the bottom, it looks like a flower. And I showed the coworkers that. I'm like, wow, just look at how beautiful like this vegetable is, of like life from like sprouting from the dirt. That these stalks of celery, or I'm sorry, it's not a stalk, or no, they are stalks. I don't know what all of the stalks, like a head of celery, I don't know the exact term, but yeah, you cut the bottom and you look at its face and it resembles a flower, and you think it just looks so beautiful. I don't know if I said that properly, because again, stalks are like strips, and together I don't know what that makes. But you know how you have a whole celery bunch and you just cut the end off, and then you before you throw the end away, if you look at it, it actually looks like a flower. That's what I'm referring to. But like the simple joy in seeing that, I'm like, wow, earth, life is so magical. Like something like that, so small, you can see how valuable and beautiful the world is. And then something as small as that can show you something that's beautiful within yourself as well. We also have Dark Night of the Soul. So what I'm getting with this is that you guys have already been through Dark Night of the Soul. That's why you guys are giving yourself some more self-love. Again, props to you guys. So what I'm picking up here, you see how she is reading? The universe is asking you to go back and reanalyze those dark nights of the soul that you have went through, and learn from them. Because you remember, when you read, you are learning. And when you learn through a dark period, you transmute that energy into a light, and that light evolves more self-love into you. So the universe is asking you, go back to learn some lessons from some past pain, and analyzing and working through that, you're going to have more self-love in your energy. I'm going to get one more card, guys. We have the Lover, Aphrodite, passion, abundance. Okay, so definitely what I'm getting for a lot of you guys, in case you don't know, loving yourself and loving somebody else should not be different. They're not different. Self-love isn't any less of value than loving someone else. In fact, self-love should be the strongest vibration, because when you love yourself, you're gonna love the world outside of you the same way you feel inside. That's why spiritual people say that in order to change your outer world, you change your inner world. And my mom would always tell me this all the time growing up. The way you treat your family here, what you do in the household, is what you do outside the household. And that always came out to be true. And take your body as your home. How you treat it inside, how you act within your home, is how you're going to act, how you're going to act outside of your home. How you connect with other people, even nature, just anything around you, guys. So remember, you are your own lover first before anybody else. All right, guys, this was your message pile number 4. If you like this message, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If this message didn't resonate with you, that's okay. It is a general message. You are more than welcome to pick another pile. All right, guys, and again, very, very grateful for you guys to be here on my channel. And until the next video, guys, I will see you next time. Bye.